Let's talk about Creative 2.0. So for a while now we know Epic has been working on Creative 2.0, but we really don't know much about it, and what it will mean for Fortnite Creative. So I decided it would be appropriate to make this video where we talk about everything 2.0. This video will be split into multiple short sections, from what we have seen, to what we know, to some of my opinions, and then on to my big concerns. Now before we begin, if you do enjoy my content and wish to show some support, feel free to subscribe. You can also use code NOVAJ in the item shop, but if you don't use my code, make sure to use someone else's. Now let's hop right into this, starting off with what we've seen. Let's go all the way back to when Creative 2.0 was revealed. In the Unreal Engine 2020 year in review presentation. This was when we had first heard of it, and received our first and only footage. We were shown how to import models and meshes. And how we can edit these things, from the textures to the actual code that makes it possible. How to add particles and effects. And a whole lot more. We basically learned that 2.0 is similar to game engines like Unreal Engine, and that the limitations of the current creative mode may be no more. Now outside of this reveal, we haven't received any more footage, and many of our questions still stand. Like who will be able to access 2.0? Where does importing things into the editor stop? What limitations do we have? Hopefully many of our questions will be answered as we get closer and closer to what will hopefully be the release. Now since then, a lot has happened over on Twitter, with many leaks, rumors, and answers. So let's move on to what we know. Before we dive into a few tweets and leaks, please take this section with a grain of salt. I'm not sure how reliable the leakers actually are when it comes to 2.0, but these are trusted leakers, so let's take a look. Starting off with this recent tweet by In the Shape. They've revealed the new code name for Creative 2.0, being Project Verse. Along with a list of what we can do in this mode, we will be able to do things from creating our own models, to scripting our own AI. Now I'm sure these things will have their own limitations. Models that are way too big and demanding may not be allowed, for example, and I'm sure there may be rules which involve taking models from large brands. But this hopefully means we can make our own models and import them into our maps. For example, we can have our own tree designs, and walls, and even our own weapons. This is something we all expected, and is cool to know that we have some verification now. The AI news is also cool too, however I don't know enough about what this means to be able to discuss it. Here's another tweet confirming more about the importing of meshes. This one also goes to talk about texture importing too, which is super cool to have. This also confirms the major limitations that I was suspecting. Next up, Tim Sweeney had been answering a few questions related to Creative 2.0, and the main one that caught people's attention was this. Tim confirmed that it's still looking to be a 2022 release, however the rumors that it'll be soon are simply not happening. To me, this implies that it is still in development, as many people are believing it's not coming. And here are the final few tweets. Feel free to pause if you would like to read them. More information around 2.0 seems to drop by the week now, and it's nice to finally get some answers to our long-awaited questions. Let's now move on to my hopes. Now this section won't be long as I've made plenty of videos on this topic before, so let's speed through them. I would love to see a terrain tool. It could be similar to this one Epic uses, or even a brand new one. I wouldn't mind. I would like the ability to mess with rivers and lakes. Controlling aspects like the speed of them and how they appear. And the same goes for adding roads to our maps. I would also like for free publishing for everyone. A higher memory limit, as the 100,000 limit right now is extremely low, and I would also love to see some more basic things like how we can change the sky with custom skyboxes, the lighting, the weather. A lot of the things I hope to see are related to the nature of the map, from the terrain to the environment, as it's the thing I like the most about making maps. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. And finally, let's talk about my main concerns. Now it's mainly just one concern that I have, but I really have wanted to talk about it. I'm concerned about how 2.0 will affect the creative community. What I see possibly happening is a split in the creative community, with one side being people stuck on 1.0, and people who have PCs and can use 2.0. If it truly is exclusive to PC players, this will cause a huge division in the community, which we've never seen before, and this kinda worries me. This might possibly lead to many people leaving the community, and maybe even leaving Epic to want to focus on one of the modes more than the other. I hope that Epic has some ways to avoid a huge split like this, and I'm sure they have some ideas of what they will do up their sleeves. If you have any major concerns, feel free to talk about them in the comment section. And that wraps up a lot of what we know when it comes to Creative 2.0. Like I previously said, we've been receiving more info than ever, so I thought this video would be a nice recap for everyone. If you did enjoy, feel free to like and subscribe, and hey, consider using code NOVAJ in the item shop. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.